board president folded his agenda packet after the librarian asked which version he printed. I joined the library board because my father got sick and I needed one place in my week that still felt organized. My dad had started forgetting his pills after a fall. My mother got louder. My brother managed from Denver by text, like distance was a strategy. The board seat opened, the city needed a volunteer, and I cared enough about the library to say yes. The board had 5 members, and one permanent storm system named Ron Mercer. Ron was the president, retired insurance man. Voice built for saying just to clarify before Spy saying sorry he had already decided. The library director, Elena, was competent in a way that bothered him. She knew staffing, maintenance, grants, copier contracts, all of it. Ron treated that competence like a threat. The issue that split the room was Sunday hours. Elena wanted to cut 2 Sunday hours and move that money toward weekday staffing, because 3 part-time employees had quit, and nobody wanted weekend coverage at the current pay. It was math. Usage reports were in the packet. Her memo was in the packet. Ron hated it because he had spent months telling City Council the library was expanding access under his leadership. The meeting was in the public room off the main stacks. Before the meeting, I was answering a text from my mother, asking whether Dad had taken his evening pills. My brother had sent a thumbs up from Denver. While I was typing back, I heard Ron tell the reporter that the board was cleaning up some internal confusion around operations. Internal confusion usually meant Elena had recommended something he did not like. Elena started explaining the proposal. Calm. Specific. 3 vacancies. Overtime strain. Lower Sunday circulation after 4 p.m. The goal, she said, was maintaining service quality instead of stretching staff thinner. Ron cut in before she finished. He said the proposal was premature, poorly framed, and not supported by the president's office. Elena said the packet included her recommendation and the usage data. Ron lifted his stapled agenda and said, "Not the version I reviewed." The room paused. Elena looked at him and asked, "Which version did you print?" Ron smiled. "The board packet." She said, "The final board packet did not include your edits." That was when I looked at the copy in Ron's hand. Blue ink arrows, margin notes, 1 sentence at the top of Elena's memo, "Defer pending president review." Elena said, "I sent the final packet at 4:12 p.m. The copy you printed was the draft you returned with tracked edits at 3:41. Those edits were not accepted because they were not board actions." Ron said this was a pointless distinction. Elena said, "It matters if you are presenting your own markup as official material." Then Donna asked whether Ron had shown the reporter the marked up draft before the meeting. He did not answer, which was enough. He folded the agenda packet in half. Hard. Once. People like Ron can survive disagreement. What they hate is detail. Timestamps do not leave room for performance. He started talking about leadership and public confidence. Elena said the board could vote on the recommendation as submitted or table it properly. But staff documents could not be rewritten by one member and presented as board record. We voted to table the Sunday hours item for 1 month and request a public staffing summary. After the meeting, Donna asked Elena to send all future packets directly to council staff too. The reporter stayed behind to photograph the papers. My mother called again before I got to my car because Dad was refusing his pills and asking for me. I drove straight there. At the next meeting, the packet came by email, portal upload, and printed copies stamped final across the top. Elena's idea. Ron said it was unnecessary. He is still president. He still clears his throat before votes and says from a governance standpoint. But there is less reach in it now. All it took was one librarian asking which version he printed.